Start recording. Hello, Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. I'm going to continue today what I started yesterday, which I'm actually doing all this on Friday, so that'll get Doug confused. But at least I know it's Friday the 13th. So I'm going to go in here and find the one I want, which I think is this one. I think. It might not be. I'll know in a second. If it is good. If not, I will get the right one. That looks good. That looks to be the one I wanted. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to expand on this now. What I want to do now is I want to, and this is all live and unrehearsed and not planned or nothing else like all that's fun stuff. So I'm going to go into the media pool and I'm going to right click. I'm going to add media, and I'll be doggone if I don't sit here for nearly an hour and a half with no messages, and suddenly I get a message. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I got to go do now is I got to go to my D drive, and I got to find my logos, which I think I put in OBS for some crazy reason. Go to resources, and maybe I didn't put it in OBS. Maybe I actually put it in DaVinci. But I could actually use this one, but that's not what I want. So I'm going to go back up to one level and go back another level. Let's see if I made a logos in here. I did not. I know I have a logos file somewhere, so I'm going to go to DaVinci, data, and apparently it's not in here either, but I know I have a logos folder somewhere. And I just don't really remember where it's at right now. There's YouTube again. All right, I'm gonna pause this just a second. Okay, I knew I had a logos folder. It's in DaVinci logos, which I kind of knew I had. So now I want to go figure out which one that I want, and I think I want this one right here. That's the one I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to open that, and that's going to bring that in. Now I want to bounce this one up one. I want to grab this one and bring it down. And then I want to see how bad this is going to look. So why do I have music? Thought I muted all that. Oh, track that by moving that. Okay, so that got to pay attention to that. When you move something, it changes things. So that should have no. Okay, so that's kind of sort of what I don't want, but kind of sort of what I do want. So I'm going to have to go do some messing around with this. So because that's taking precedent over this right there, and that's not what I want. So if I put it back, it takes precedent. That's not what I want. So I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to sneeze. I know it's a good one. They probably felt that in California. I'm going to sneeze again. Once I get sneezing, boy, I just can't stop. Be right back. Woo! 2 good ones in a row. Man, that's pretty good. All right, so get this over here where I mean, everybody I see that does anything DaVinci, they always grab that and move it. I don't know why. First thing I want to do is I want to make sure I'm on my media in, which is this. And I want to grab an ellipse. And it automatically ellipses it out. And that's cool. I'll put this over here in this one. And then I want to just bring the ellipse in just a tad bit right like that. But it cuts off some of the arrows. So if I grab it and go right about there, that looks okay, I guess. Let's go back and see what that looks like over here. Yeah, I may change it, and let's throw it back over here and see what we got. We got a mess. I don't like the squareness on that. So if I stay on this and go to DaVinci, what's that bring up? That's what I thought it would bring up. So I'm going to bring this over, that over, go to DaVinci. Or Fusion. It's not DaVinci. It's obviously DaVinci. I'm in DaVinci Resolve after all. About to do a gym on myself here and say inconceivable. So, um, why is that? I'm on the ellipse. Now I don't want the square, but I also don't want it to be oval shaped. I want it to be round, which means the numbers have to match. According to the numbers over on the inspector, that's perfectly round. What if we bring this down and just get rid of the green arrow a little bit, and then we bring this over just a little bit and bring this one over just a little. There we go. That's perfectly, well, that's pretty close to round. 486,794 on one and 480,000,99 on the other one. I'm not going to sit here and hash out what may or may not be the difference. Just going to go back over to here. Going to bring this over to here. Going to bring this back over to here. And I'm just going to play it for now just to see where it goes. And that's good. That's working. It should stay there static. The possibilities for this are endless. I'm already thinking of a way to use this on daily DaVincis. It's just a matter of tuning this in the way I like it. And then all you do is plug and play, so to speak. You take out whatever you want to replace with whatever you want to replace it with, swap it, and theoretically it should work with very little to no changes. So right now I see my background is cool at, instead of being blue, well, actually it is white. Never mind, it's like it should be. And I'm still recording. I got about 17 minutes or so to go. And I will end this one. And that's going to end. And that ends that. So now, can we go to this, go to the dynamic zoom, and what happens if we were to take the dynamic zoom, bring it down like that, and let's just bring it down like this, and then let's turn the dynamic zoom off. Oh, that made that super big, but let's see what happens. We're going to play it. Okay, clearly that's too big. Clearly too big. I just want to see where it goes towards the end of this. And again, I'm crossing my, I'll just scoot up. You guys can't see me. Can't see that I have my arms crossed. It's just comfortable for me. And I read somewhere years ago, it's just a sign of disrespect. And I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. All right. Yeah, it's not moving like I thought it would. It's just kind of staying right there. So let's stop that right there. Let's go back to the dynamic zoom. And let's see if I can change the zoom any. Let's just put it backwards. Let's go back a couple frames. Turn the zoom off and see what happens. I'm not getting that dynamic zoom look that I got with the other one. And that's what I'm trying to achieve kind of sort of right now. So I'm going to turn dynamic zoom on. I'm going to make sure I'm in there. And apparently didn't turn that on. So I'm going to put dynamic zoom on. And I'm going to take the green all the way down to there. I'm going to leave the red where it's at. I'm going to turn it off. Ooh, not going to do that. We're going to go back to dynamic zoom. We're going to take the green all the way out. Turn that off. Okay, that's working. maybe. Let's go back into dynamic zoom and let's bring the red down to here. Turn it off and let's hit play. I'm just trying to get that to move like the Ken.Live does, even though it got Ken.Live twice. It's kind of redundant, but it'll work, I think. If that doggone thing will move, is it? I can't tell if it's moving or not, honestly. I really can't. So I may scrap that idea. I have another idea for this, but I may scrap that. I may just say, if we take this, let's just basically make them the same size. Turn it off. Ooh, that's real big now. So I don't want that. I'm going to scrub through here. Clearly moving now. Clearly that Ken.Live logo is moving. And actually, this will give me an opportunity, if I leave this like this will give me an opportunity for comments, people to say, what do you like better? The text going on the highway or the logo going on the highway? And then we can go from there. Now, hopefully that's going to get super little. Doesn't look like it's going to. Looks like it's pretty much stuck right there. So I'm going to go stop that and go back into dynamic zoom and figure out which one that is as to why it's keeping it. So let's bring this down to here. Go back a couple frames. Turn it off. Play it. It's going to go down. All right, working for me so far. For what I'm attempting to accomplish, this is working just fine. Because I got an idea. I really do. It's not gonna be the next blockbuster by no means. I've been asked that question so many times. Ken, when are you gonna do the next blockbuster? Never. This is a simple question. I mean, it's a good question, very good question. Simple answer. Never. Now that seems to be stuck on that size right there, even though we've changed it. So why is it that way? Go ahead and let it play out all the way to see if it goes down at all. It probably is not. I'm going to stop it because we know it's not going to go any lower. What if we bring the red back in? Let's put the red right about there. Now, can you grab these? You cannot. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you should be able to move that. So I'm going to put that about right there. Turn it off. Start it over. In about 12 minutes. And in 12 minutes, I'm watching Jeopardy, so that's why. And I may forego that. I don't know. We'll see. I had something on my foot. And apparently my DaVinci resolves backwards. The green is supposed to be where you start and the red's supposed to be where you end. And mine appears to be exactly backwards of that. And to be the story of my life, I mean, yeah, it's not doing what I want. I want it to be real super little right there because it's still covering up the green. So stop it right there. Dynamic zoom. Go right there. See what this does. It might not be making any changes at all. I do not know. I really wish this was one of those things where as you make these changes, you can see other than the boxes, I wish you could see the changes. So I've got a feeling that doesn't appear to be going much smaller than that, does it? Oh, there we go. That's much smaller. And we'll turn it off. Go back to the beginning. And that's going to move how? It's almost as if one of the two of them is not working. I may forego this feature on this particular thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to forego it because I can't get it to work right. So I'm going to stop it. Oh wait, is it getting bigger? I can't really tell. Actually, it is getting bigger, but that's not what I want. So let's take this down to about right there. Take it back to the beginning. Hit start. Still big, still real super huge. Oh, wait a minute. Stop. Back to the beginning. Turn that off. Still super big. If I scrub through this, it's real big now. So does that mean, okay, so the last thing I changed was the green thing. Let's take the daggone green all the way out off the screen. Take it back to the beginning, turn that off, hit play. Kind of is not doing what I want. 9 minutes to go. It's getting bigger though. I see that is getting, again, I really wished I could figure out how to speed it up. Oh, you know, I know how to speed it up. I do know how to speed it up. But the problem is if I extend this out like that, that's going to speed it up or slow it down. But it's also going to want this to run all the way to here, and I don't want that. I want that to stop at about where this stops, because I guarantee you in a minute, everything above and below is going to stop, and the KenStot Live logo is going to be in the dead middle of the screen. That's okay. I can do this effect a little differently here in a minute, which is probably what I'm going to do. I mean, it's good to have different options. It's good to explore it like this. And highway's going away. And KenStot Live will be the only thing there, as I predicted. So if I grab this, see, this is the thing I like about DaVinci, is I can do all this while it's running, whereas with the other one, Mini Tool, Movie Maker, you can't do that. So let us go into here and turn that on. Now, how do you get rid of what you've done? I do not know. That's a good question, actually. Glad somebody asked that. Can I grab this? So that's going to be super huge, right? Did we determine that a while ago? We turn that off. We scrub through this. And that goes that way. So if we turn it back on, and we grab this, turn it off, scrub through it. Okay, that's kind of sort of working for me. Turn it back on. Let's take it out more. Let's take it completely off the screen. Let's go grab this and bring it about there maybe. Turn it off. Yeah, it's still a little bit too big. So apparently there's a limit to this. And that limit appears to be right at that size there. So that's fine. I can accomplish this a different way, I do believe. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to move that right over there. I'm going to zoom it down. I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to move it a little bit over there. See how that affects things. Go back to the beginning and hit play. Now that should, as the Ken Stout moves inward, so should the Ken Stout logo. And yeah, so far that's exactly doing what it should have done, I think, in my mind. Actually, I'll bring this back over to about right there. And I want to bring it down to about right there. Maybe zoom it just a little bit more. Now we're about to do something crazy. I'm going to take this, right click, copy, right click, paste, right click, paste, right click, paste. Then I'm going to come over here and drop this line down. I don't need the audio at all. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back over here. I'm going to grab this and go up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to bring this over 1. I hate it when that happens. Daggone it, this happens a lot too. And I can't remember. I think it's escape. No, it's X. No, maybe it's Alt X. No, maybe it's Control X. There we go. But that got rid of what I wanted, so I'm going to Control Z that back. I want to move that one time, then I want to put that there. Then I want to grab this, and I want to put it right there. Oops, where'd it go? So I'm going to Control Z that back. I'm going to grab it, move it, and I should be able to put it right there. There we go. Now, if I play all this, that's just going to be a big mess. I thought I'd record a little bit more. This is what really frustrates me. And because I moved that one up, now I got to mute that track. Or if I had half a brain, I'd go in here. I can't delete it because they're connected. And I know that, so I'm not going to do that right yet. I will be doing that. All right. That looks all right. I'm cool with that. Believe it or not, I am okay with that. And I'll show you why I'm okay with that. So if I turn this one off, really? Well, why is that? All right. This is my first one. And if I move it out of the way, it's still going to be there. I move it out of the way, it's still going to be there. Move it out of the way, it's still going to be there because it's all a copy and everything is there. So I'm going to work with this one and I'm going to pause it. I got 2 minutes, so I'll go ahead and wrap this up for today. Or you know what, I'm going to pause it. Okay, so while I was briefly paused, and it literally was less than a minute, what I did was I brought the second one down, moved it over to the left. Now I'm going to move it up, and then I'm going to click on this one just so that I can get the zoom of 0.360, and then I'm going to go in here and put that at 0.360, be the same size as the other one, although it looks funny. Then I'm going to bring this one down. I'm going to move it over to here, and I'm actually going to go in there and go 0.360, same size. Why didn't that change? Try that again. 0.360, that should change that one. So now they're all the same size. I want to come in here to this one, and I'm going to change it to the same size as well of 0.360. So now all 4 of them are the same size. That's good. Jeopardy has started. That's bad. Going to go back to the beginning and play it. See what it looks like. Now, if I could ever figure out how to track the trucks, only the trucks, there's ideas there too. But I have yet to figure that out. I will figure it out. I got a couple goals for this year with DaVinci Resolve I want to get done. So I'm just wondering if my end results are going to be good or not. And I can keyframe that to make them go where I want them to go, which is going to be in the corners. I think this is going to work for this. I think this will work for this premiere. I think this will wrap it up. I think I'll render this out, watch it as a render, and then upload it for Tuesday. Looking good. Looking real good. Well, it's looking better. Not looking great, but it's getting there. So as soon as that ends, which is about right now, cool. I'm going to go render that out. And this is going to be, the last one was called Moving Title Text Test 1A. And so this one's going to be Moving Title Text Test 1, and we'll make it, we'll make it B. Boy, I sure hope I didn't. Oh wow, what in the heck did that do? Test 1B. We want it to be MP4. We want it to go to there. We're going to add it to the render queue, and 22 seconds. Oh wow, started out at a minute 1, like, you know, adding 4 things makes it go up to a minute 1, and then it instantly dropped down to 30 some seconds. So I'm rendering this. I'm going to look at it at the render in VLC, see how it looks, see if I like it, and see how many other crazy ideas I can come up with. And I've got a lot of them. So while this is rendering, I want to thank everyone who's here supporting Daily DaVinci's and KenStyle Live at Night. I do appreciate it. I enjoy seeing everyone's faces in the conversations that we have. So that's done. We'll render that out. We'll go, this should take me straight into, which it did on another screen, takes me straight into DaVinci projects. And then I just got to go find the one that it's going to, which is called Testing Ideas. There it is. We want B. There it is. And we'll see what it looks like rendered. I'm not sure if that white thing in there was the screen or the road. Let's say it's the road. You know what would be cool? And about halfway through this, flip the colors, put KenStyle Live in the background, green, put KenStyle Live in the middle, blue. Nah, it's reaching for too much, I think. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I know there's some places where this is going to go. At least I hope it's going to go. And I shot the video. I want to use the video. I shot it for a reason. And there's things I need to be able to figure out. Yeah, this looks all right, actually. I'm not even going to, I'm going to let it run. It's only a minute 17. We're at 52 seconds. So it's got 16 more seconds to go. 17 more seconds now because I can't do simple time in my head. Would have been 26 seconds, by the way. 9 seconds to a minute and 17 to the 17th mark. For those of you keeping score. Yeah, if I'm going to spread those out, and it'll probably be tomorrow. So I want to thank everybody again for watching. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you tonight on KenStyle Live, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya. Wait a minute. See ya. I hate this camera. Oop. May have to edit that out.